All right, welcome back. I think today we need to start in on a start screen. So we could use any old JPEG that we want for the start screen for the coding, and we'll work on that in a little bit. But let me show you how you could customize one. So I'm going to come in here. I found a nice asteroid field in a Google image search, and I downloaded this. I right-clicked and saved image as. It's 1600 by 900. And what's funny about that is this is not the correct ratio, though, for Scratch. Scratch requires a 4:3 ratio, and that's not 4:3 right there. 1600 by 1200 would be a little bigger. Let's see, that'd be 5:4. 1200 by 900, that would be 4:3. So that's probably what we need to do. We need to size this down to 1200 by 900. So let's open it up in Pixlr. I went to pixlr.com/e, and we're going to go open image, and I'll go find that asteroid field here. And we are going to change the image size. Let me unlock it first. Double click on the lock. And then coming up here to my image size. And right here, I need to unlock the constrained proportions. And right here, I'm going to change this to 1200. And let's apply this. And you'll see that it really changed how that image looked by quite a bit. So what we could do instead, I'm going to trash that layer. Let's bring in that same image now with our 1200 by 900 ratio here. And you'll see if I unlock this, the image actually extends quite a bit beyond it. So now I can move the image around so I can get it kind of positioned where I want it to be. There we go. And so I'm looking at the PowerPoints over here. If I go to crop, I can click on the edge here and I can see the PowerPoints. And I've got this asteroid pretty well situated in the lower right hand corner. So I'm gonna hit apply. I like this. Okay, that turned out pretty good. My background image now, I think I want to put text in here like asteroids, but I think I want my spaceship to be like flying into it as well. So I'm going to flip it horizontal, and let me go get my spaceship now. Let's add it as a layer. I'll go image layer. And I think I called it final spaceship. There it is. And that is way too big. Okay, let me show you a great trick with this. I'm going to go edit, and we're going to go free transform under edit, or control R. And I'm going to drag a corner in. I'm going to shrink my spaceship down a little bit. There we go. And then I could also come off just offside the corner on any edge, and you'll see my arrow goes to like this curved arrow thing. So I can rotate things around. So I'm going to have my spaceship like it's flying towards that asteroid there. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, yes, we'll apply that. And then the next thing I want to do is I think, gosh, the background image, I noticed there's a black border at the top and there's a black border at the bottom. It's really hard to see, but it's there. So I'm going to expand this image just a little bit. I'll move that over again just to get rid of those black borders at the top and the bottom. Let me get rid of the top one as well. There we go. Okay, now I no longer have those black borders anywhere. I've got a solid 1200 by 900 image going on here. Great. One more thing, we need to put in the name of our game. So we're going to come over here to our text, and I could use a preset. I'm going to come down here and use ooh, I like this huge sail. That's good. Reminds me of Star Wars. And I can actually choose either the top or the bottom, either one. I like the one that's solid. I think it's a little bit easier to read. So I think I will delete off the sail part here. I'm just going to use that huge one. Double click on it, change the text. I'm going to call this Asteroids. I'll throw on some caps lock or something like that. There we go. And that is way too small. So I'm going to expand it out so I can see the whole thing. There we go. And then I can move it where I want it. And something that could be kind of fun is I could have it tucked behind the spaceship as well. I don't know. That could be kind of neat. So this looks like this, it's like almost like 3D, like the spaceship's on top of it or something like that. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. I think I could also imagine it being down here as well. That would make a lot of sense. So either way, I could change the size if I wanted it a little bit smaller. Maybe we'll do that and drop it in down here. I think I like that one best. This one's also good. Right there. Wow, gosh, that's a tough one. I think, for whatever reason, I don't know if this follows all the rules or not, but I think I like it better down here at the bottom. All right, I'm going to do that. It's a little hard to read on top of the asteroids, but that's okay. I think it's good enough. We'll leave it there. Let's go ahead and save this and bring it back over. I'm going to hit save, and I'll drop that quality to 100%. I'm going to call this just Asteroids, I think. Oh, I've got my caps lock on there. There we go. I'll download that. Okay. Whoops. I'll allow it to be downloaded. See that there? Let me try downloading that again. I'll go save 100%. I had an issue with that. It got blocked by the firewall. That'll happen sometimes. All right. Back in Scratch, let's drop this in as a background image. So we'll go choose backdrop, upload, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get this big asteroid field 1. I think, yeah, that ended up being the name of it, didn't it? And there it is. I like that. Okay, this looks great. Hey, I've got these little variables. They're in my way right now. So if I go over to my coding, go to my variables, I can hit these little check marks and those will disappear. And that way you can get a nice, pretty look right there. Okay, so I'm going to click on the backdrop here. We want the game to start off with this backdrop. So let's do the coding part now. We'll go green flag is clicked. So that's under yellow events when the green flag is clicked. And we're going to do this under looks. Backdrops have a little bit different coding than everything else, than the sprites do. So we'll go to switch backdrop to asteroid field 1, I believe is the name of that. And then NASA Galaxy is the name of my other one. I can go to my backdrops here and I can see the names here. So in fact, I could even change this. So like, I'll go game start or something like that. And then I'll go level background or something. I don't know, you can call it whatever you want, stars or anything like that. Just this way it helps me keep it straight when I'm doing the coding. Because then under here, I can see now level background versus game start. I do want that to be game start. So when the green flag is clicked, boom, it switches over there. All right, now we have a few problems. Our little spaceship is showing up. So when the green flag is clicked, what we want to do is hide our spaceship. So that way when we start the game, all we see is this. Now we need some sort of play button. So let's hop back over to Pixlr, and I'm just going to create a new image. And I'll do, how about a web small? I don't know. That's a 4:3 ratio. That'll work. And let's do the text again. And right now, yes, I want to add a text layer. And oh, it brought in the last one that I was using already. How convenient is that? So I'm just going to put in here play. Okay, that's awesome. That's all I need. Just like that. Now I'm going to save this as not as a JPEG. I'm going to go save this as a PNG. And I'll call this play. If I can type. There we go. Hit download. Little tiny file. It's only 15 kilobytes. That's okay. So we'll come back over to our game. And let's add a new sprite. So we'll go upload sprite. And we'll go get our play. Open this up. And there it is. You see that? So where do we want it to start? We can click on this and move it around. I think we want it to start right here. And what we can do here is let's have it show up at the very beginning, events, when the green flag is clicked, and we'll go to looks. We'll have this show. Okay. And we could do something fun with it. Like we could do, let's see, maybe a forever loop. I'll go to my controls here. I got a forever loop. And in the forever loop, what we could do is let's do something with the looks. Like let's change size by 10. And then we could go back to control and we could have it wait, how about 0.5 seconds. And then we could come back here to looks and we could go change size by -10. We could duplicate that wait. And so let's see what happens here. You see how it's blinking now for the user? Nice little graphics effect, help them bring attention to it. Okay. We could make this a little smaller if we wanted as well. The master size could be set to, gosh, I don't know. Let's go 80. And that way it's a little smaller than our asteroids. You can have it change whatever you want. Okay. Let's now figure out what happens when the player clicks on it. So if we go to our events, when the sprite is clicked, what we could do is go to looks, we could hide it, and we can check that. Green flag is clicked. We'll click on it and it disappears. You see that? So when the green flag is clicked, it shows up. When I click on it, it disappears. We wanted to do one other thing though. As it shows up, well, I should say as we click on it and it disappears, we wanted to tell the game to start. So under events here, we can have it broadcast a message. And we could call this, I'm going to create a new message. I'm going to call this game start or something like that. We'll hit OK. And when something else receives game start, it'll do other things. For example, our backdrop could have when I receive game start, we could go switch backdrop to level background. And so we could test that. Hit the green flag, hit play, and there it goes. Everything disappears. But our spaceship isn't there. So let's go to our spaceship here. We'll do the same thing, events. When I receive game start, what is beautiful about this is I'll bring this over here and I'm going to click everything here and drag it over. So instead of this starting with, I delete my little message there. Instead of it starting with the green flag, we'll have it, everything else will start when the game actually starts. So let's try it and see if it works. We'll hit the green flag, hit play. There's one thing that's missing. The spaceship isn't there. So we'll go to our looks and we'll have it show when it receives that game start. So we'll go play and there's our spaceship. And now we can fly around. And now we have a start screen. All right, I hope that's helpful. That's how you can create a start screen, customize it, the whole 9 yards. All right, I hope you enjoyed that.